Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is the horoscope for Virgo. Virgo is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign. Then this is a message for you. Did I say that already? Oh my gosh, I don't know. Let's get started. Sometimes I just I'm like, did I just repeat the same thing? All right, so we have the Ace of Cups. Okay, and so Virgo, very emotional time. Okay, when is it not for us, right? I'm a Virgo as well, by the way. So yeah, very emotional, seems about right. But let's go ahead. We're going to take a look and see what the tea leaves are going to show us, because they will give us kind of a real more detailed understanding of what is up with this cup energy. And so if you haven't subscribed, please think about doing that. Also, if you want to hit the like button or leave a comment, I would love to hear from you. Okay, so we have two people. One here, one here. This one is big mother energy, okay? Not a big mother, but yes, the energy of the mother is big. It is strong, it is potent. Now, this doesn't have to be like your actual mother, but it could be. It feels like conflict. I mean, ultimately. Now, we also have the Ace of Cups here. Okay. And we have another person standing here. You can see their mouths are open. Right here. It almost looks like they're yelling at each other. Now, we have a person up here dancing, kind of away from all of this. So, I'm wondering if you maybe came from a household where there was a lot of kind of turmoil, maybe arguing. That's not to say that they didn't love each other or they don't love each other. They might still be together, or this might be that there was kind of a wild divorce or separation or whatever, you know, happened. I do feel like this kind of real emotional environment I feel like at times it was a lot for you, and you by nature are pretty good by yourself. I mean, probably fairly solitary, definitely independent. But I think that through your kind of need and want to escape the arguing, the atmosphere of the home, right? I feel like you went out a lot. You were out playing by yourself, playing with the neighborhood kids. You were busy with different activities, maybe even dance. And I do feel like there's something here that's very heavily coated with this feeling of dance and merriment and just losing yourself in the music, the movement, the rhythmic feeling of it all. This is almost like an enchantment. You can see right here, it looks kind of like the head thrown back and closed, just kind of, you know, almost like a figure skater with all the flowing and you know, the beauty of these kinds of very strong movements. And so I feel like, you know, this is kind of speaks to your foundation in a lot of ways, like being around two very emotional people who did not hide that. They definitely were expressing themselves, for sometimes better or worse, right? I mean, it's not always rainbows and puppies and, you know, we love each other and, you know, all that. No, there was probably periods of time where this was very difficult. and you know, even maybe kind of emotionally stressful for you. You know, I think that as time maybe went on, I could see you really searching, moving. We have a person sitting on the horse who is pulling the wagon behind, right? We also have a person on a motorcycle up here. A person up here who is coming with some kind of offering to see a holy person, right? I'm almost imagining some kind of, you know, like some kind of shaman or fetish practitioner, and fetish as in the magical system. I know I always say the word and then I'm like, I have to explain that. Most people don't know what I'm talking about. But like a practitioner of something like Vondu or Voodoo, or, you know, maybe even like Santeria or something like this. So in my mind, even here, we have like the boats, getting on the boats, making that big move. It's just a lot of moving around in your life, a lot of different phases. You've been into all of it, right? You've done so many things. And so I feel like, you know, at times maybe you have felt like you have no home. Like there's a sense of, you know, wandering the earth, looking for something that resembles the feeling of home. Not where you grew up necessarily, that's not what I mean, but home. This is where I belong, right? And I feel like you are getting to a place in your life where you're looking for that. You want that. You want to put some roots down. You want this to be the place. You want security, consistency. I just feel this sense of, I'm tired. I'm so tired of everything changing constantly. I'm so tired of, you know, being in places where I don't know where I'm going. I want people to know me, to remember me. You know, and I feel like for most of your life, this hasn't even been something that you cared about that much. But you are getting to a place where, yeah, it's maybe some time to rest, some time to build something for yourself. You know, and I don't mean like stacking the coins and, you know, this huge like social or community legacy. I mean, it could be that if that's what you're into. But I think it's more about just having that little nest, that place to put your little treasures. Have a nice little nook to have your coffee or your tea. You have your books and your music and your, you know, crafting things and you can just be there. And so I feel that it's the big key to it all. Now we have a person here approaching this tree. You can see the tree up here and the trunk. We also have the person, they're holding a key. We also have a squirrel up here, which makes sense. It's next to the tree. But kind of a calling to maybe almost kind of that 8 of discs energy, prudence, right? Saving, putting away for those rainy days, investing in this future that you want to have. And that doesn't just mean money, right? It's like if you went out, you found like a nice little trailer to rent. It's in the woods. These are my dreams, right? I'm just gonna reveal to you some of my ideas. But yeah, you go rent a nice little place. You got your own little area, a little plot of land, not too many people around, not too loud, not too much light pollution. And you want to invest in the future here. So what do? Yeah, maybe you get out there, you start making a garden. Start planting some fruit trees, nut trees, you know, berries, blackberries. Ooh, I love what we have here all over the property is black raspberries, and they are so good. A few weeks ago, well, not even, I guess it was about a week and a half ago, I had about, I don't know, 4 days or so where there were thousands and thousands of blackbirds, grackles and red-winged blackbirds and starlings and you know, these beautiful birds all kind of traveling together. And they're stopping by in the backyard here to just go through all of the trees, because the trees are full of vines that had all these blackberries on them, and raspberries, pardon me. And just watching the birds go nuts for them was pretty fun. But yeah, investing in this future that you want for yourself. Whatever that looks like. Now, maybe I'm, you know, you can tell. I have that kind of live out in the woods mentality, right? But it could be anything for you. Whatever. Maybe you found the perfect little house to rent or buy in like a, you know, a nice suburban neighborhood where there's that wonderful HOA to tell you exactly how to do everything. Or, you know, maybe they have like people to mow the lawns and you just pay a little fee and it's all included and you don't have to think about it. It's just done. And a lot of people like that. I mean, you know, I get it. There are times where I just run out of the ability to make decisions anymore. And yeah, it would be nice to kind of just live somewhere where it's all kind of planned already. And maybe that's your dream, you know, and maybe that's it. But I do see you getting to this place, and it will happen. Now we have sevens, triple sevens here. 1, 2, 3. So there is a lot of fortune. This is going to be one of the great happinesses of your life. And it's not going to be easy. Let me just say that. It won't be easy, but it will be worth the work. And I think that you already know that. You know, nothing that comes to us Virgos, nothing that is worth it comes easily. And I know they say that generally, but it is so true with a Virgo. If you hand us a bag full of money, of course we'll be thankful. Of course we'll put it to good use. But it does not mean the same, not nearly the same as if you had worked for that and you had created something, or, you know, whatever, like, went through the ranks in your company and your business and you got there and you made this money and it, oh, feels so good. Virgos, we don't like the easy way. And I know, I say all day long, I wish this was easier, I wish it would go faster, I wish, you know, we could streamline the same dang thing, but that's just not how we are. We like to do things the right way. We like to do things the complete way. My grandpa always used to say to me, Lenor, if you do it right the first time, then you don't have to come back and do it again. And I thought, okay, whatever. Whatever gets me done fast enough so I can go do whatever else I need to do or want to do, right? And I did not understand what he meant. But now I understand and I get it, you know, and I think that's how us Virgos really, really are. We want to get things done. Of course, it would be nice if it was quick and easy, but we want to get it done right. We don't want to keep doing the same dang thing over and over because we can't just complete it the way it's supposed to be done. No. We will take our time. We'll go the whole roundabout way, right? The whole scenic route if we have to. But we're going to get it done right. And with hopefully some longevity. So it won't be easy, but you're gonna do it. And it's not about the outcome. I mean, that's nice, and it is the sweet part. But the best of all of this is in the process. And I feel like it's just like you're getting to this place, and I see the word L-I-F-T, lift. And that, I mean, it's not exactly the right thing, but yes, it is. Like lifting, rising, evolving in your own life. And I feel like it's so much about choosing and continuing to choose yourself, to prioritize your needs, to really listen to what you know you need. Not what other people have influenced you to think you need or conditioned you to think you need, or, oh, you're doing it the wrong way or the long way, or why don't you do it this way? Oh, you don't need to do all that. You're just making work for yourself. Yeah, we like to make work for ourselves. We're Virgos. We're good at what we do. Stop questioning us. Stop thinking we're going to fail, because we don't fail. Okay, we might fail a little bit, but it's all part of the process. It's all part of the process. And that's it. I feel you getting into your confidence. I feel you doing this thing. Finally breaking through that hard ground. Planting that seed. And the tree of your life is taking hold. Finding your place. Not finding it. I'm going back. Not finding it. Creating. Creating your place. Making your place. And that's where we're at. That's where we're at, Virgo. So we have a, what are those called? It's like a clamp, a wood clamp. Maybe you're doing some woodwork. We have a clamp. We have a person here standing, pointing at a bird that is flying. So I feel like you have had some patterns coming up. You've been seeing some things in your life. I almost feel like you've been having a visitation from somebody. It's not family. It's not an ancestor. It feels like somebody I almost think that they're alive. I'm like, who is this? Is it somebody you knew like as a kid? I think that they're still alive. They're in your life. And I wonder if this person is some kind of magician, or they're psychic for sure. But they keep appearing in different forms. That's why I'm like, is this a practitioner of magic? Because they're disguising themselves. But you feel, you know it's the same. I don't know how to describe this to people. I always feel like, listen, I'm already talking about stuff that most people are like, fake, this isn't real. You know? None of this stuff happens in real life, or, you know, whatever. I'm already talking about stuff that people are very skeptical about. So I don't know why there are just certain things that I'm like, oh, maybe that's going a little too far into the strange. But maybe you can relate to this feeling. But I've had this happen. I have had this experience, 2 different strands of it. Having the same intelligence or person, like the way somebody feels to you, like you just know how your mom feels, right? Not necessarily like physically or even like her personality directly, you know, engaged with you, but how she feels, her essence. And you can always pick that out, right? You want, this is her. This is her. This is her. Okay. So imagine that, not just with your mom, but just how we know people, right? We know people, we know their energies, their essences, yeah. So imagine that, but experiencing that same intelligence in different people. And it's like coming through, it's not the whole, but it's one part of the person. Or maybe it's riding along with them. Or maybe it's manifesting through them. I don't know. That part, I'm not sure exactly what it is. But I feel like you are experiencing this person through different people. And I know that sounds so weird. But it is like, and they are intentionally sending you messages through other interactions that you're having. And I don't mean like they're like, you know, it's some person at work that's like trying to hook up with you and they're like, hey, you know, hey receptionist, go tell so-and-so that, you know, they should call me. It's not like that. That's not what I'm talking. I mean, they are sending messages through other people, through, I don't even know what means, psychic means, or some kind of, I don't know what it is, but it's happened to me with two different things, intelligences in my life. And I never really talk about it too much because it sounds, well, you know how it sounds. But I know, and you will never tell me any different, that I know that I was communing with these different entities through a variety of people. I don't know how else to say it, but it feels like something like that. And I feel like this person, they have their eye on you. Now, I think they work with their hands. Almost wonder if they're a mechanic or they build stuff, like maybe they build computers or something like that. They work with their hands building stuff, fixing stuff. So look out for that. And also might be worth doing some psychic self-defense. You can go check out Dion Fortune's book, Psychic Self-Defense, if you're interested in that, or just look it up on the Google machine, because, you know, there are so many posts and little websites and blogs, I'm sure, about it that sum it up pretty easily. But yeah, doing whatever it is that you do to protect yourself, you know, spiritually, psychically, making sure that you are putting up that shield. Okay. All right. Let's do, what should we do? I want to ask the oracle cards kind of what are the next few weeks going to be like as we are finishing up the year. We're going into December here pretty quickly. And I just want to see what's the general vibe, or what is like something that's going to be taking up kind of our consciousness during this time. Okay, resourcefulness, resourceful, companionship, choice. Okay, we'll do 3 more. Fulfillment, influence, enthusiasm. Okay, so I feel like, you know, resourcefulness should just be Virgo, straight up through and through. I have always been a practical person, and I know that most Virgos are. We live close to the earth. right? We are the earth mamas. We are the earth papas. We are the earth, you know, whatever title you want to put on there. And, you know, we like a good deal. We don't like to, you know, take in too many things unless we're going to use them. You know, and when we don't know how to do something, you better be dang sure that we're going to figure it out, because we will, right? I always like to share this meme that says, we've done so much with so little for so long that now we can do anything with nothing. And I know it sounds terrible, but if you've ever been somebody who grew up in poverty, or lived in poverty, you have limited, you know, options, and your circumstances have not put you at the head of the game, right? Then you know. You have to be resourceful. You have to be able to figure it out. I take great pride in the fact that I could do pretty much anything with nothing, because I have. I've been super poor in my adulthood, and not like when I'm 20 years old. I mean in my adulthood, right? So I know I'm not scared of not having, because I will figure it out every time, right? And that is us, Virgo. And I keep saying me. I'm talking about all Virgos, because I come from a family of a lot of Virgos. My sister is a Virgo. My dad, who is like the ultimate hippie dude, total Virgo. Actually, his birthday was the day after mine. We're both August Virgos. So, you know, and all the other Virgos I know in life, men, women, doesn't matter. Very, very in tune with how we do things, you know, and figuring it out, you know, just ultimately. So I also feel like you have somebody around who is as resourceful as you, is as clever as you are. And I feel like this has been a great companionship. Now, this might be platonic. This might be a romantic partner, a domestic partner, family. I'm not sure, but you are very close. Okay, and I feel like in this next period of time, you have more and more options opening up to you. And I think this has so much to do with this big life change that you have been going through. Okay, you know, and I also feel, look, we got the fulfillment, we got money coming in, we have influence, right? And I can see you kind of really making a little name for yourself, right? Becoming somebody that within your industry or your niche or whatever it is, becoming somewhat known, maybe really well known, okay? Being able to have some influence over your ability to make resources, make decisions, and, you know, ultimately have the business and life that you want. Now, the enthusiasm is the biggest deal here, right? Us as Virgos, we know that we're capable of basically anything if we put our minds to it, right? Not just because of, like, you know, dumb luck or you know, the universe likes us more, so we're just going to get whatever we want. No, we work hard. That's what it comes down to. We work hard. So whatever you end up putting your mind to, if you can stay motivated, enthusiastic on some level, and just doing the thing, showing up and doing it, you're golden. You're absolutely golden. And I feel like that's what this next, you know, 6 weeks or so is going to really show you. You're going to get way more done than you ever imagined. Okay? All right. Let's do our 3 lucky numbers. We have number 84. Number 84. 94. 84, 94. Can we get 104? I think this only goes to 100. 100. It tried really hard. There's just not 104 on there. Okay, and then we're going to do our Mary Magdalene Oracle cards, and this will just kind of punctuate the reading, okay? And we're just going to flip through and stop where it feels right. It says, the good. I am inherently good. I am inherently good. I take issue with the idea of being good or bad. I don't know. I guess it's like, for me, it's like pressing as far into duality so we can just break on through it, right? And trying to get away from that black and white thinking. And that's what it's called in therapy. Let me just say that. It's black and white thinking in therapy. That's what they call it. But I like to think of it as this idea of being good as just being in the flow of things, right? And that's what it, for me, it's like I found the flow of things. I feel interconnected. I am honoring my connection to all of this, right? And that's what this feels like to me. Right? I'm honoring my connection. I'm honoring my position. I am honoring, you know, all parts of self, both in and out, right? And so, Virgo, I want to tell you I love you, and I thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. I was really feeling nervous about doing a reading. I haven't done a reading in 2 days. I had the stomach flu so bad. It was so bad. But thankfully, my daughter and I recovered from it pretty quickly. So feeling better today, definitely. But I was like, oh my gosh, what if I don't remember how to do this? It's been forever. So, you know, it just, I'm trying not to cough. I'm gonna take it. I'm just like sneeze, cough. I don't know what's going on here. All right. Don't look at the light. So I forgot what was I saying? Yes. Oh yeah. I usually film every day. So it's been weird. I was like, okay, I think I remember. It's only been 48 hours. So yeah, thank you for getting through this one with me. If you want to like, subscribe, leave a comment, I want to hear from you. And I love you, and take care of yourself. And we're gonna talk here in a few days. And again, good night, good night, good night.